listen over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Hey, hey. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi my ninjas, how are you doing? It's your girl Owamie aka Miss Via Focal, bringing back for our entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, I most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that I subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you. Now my ninjas, I want to just clarify this. There's a difference between the comment section and the description box. I see that some of you guys confuse it. I think you're looking for like the channel shout out links in the comment section, but they're actually in the description box. Okay, so these are two different things. Please just right under the video, there's the description, click on that, it will take you down. It's usually the first link. I write like, go and subscribe to our ninjas channel, and then I put the link. So please guys, because I feel like some of you guys are getting confused, but also from now on I will start that everyone should write their channel name, so that if you are unable to access the description box, then you can just obviously see the handle, and then you can go ahead and go support our ninja. So the fact that you guys would be asking, it's good, it means that you guys do want to go and support ninjas, which obviously that is the plan. But anyway ninjas, today I'm gonna be reacting to the interview that Madam Speaker actually had with Lebogang Sehoana. Okay, now this is Mr. Drip's wife. So you guys know the guy that owns Drip, the footwear. That nigga, this is his wife and soon to be ex-wife. Okay, so I did see that a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about this. I did have to get time to sit and watch and listen to the full interview, and I finally did, and that's why I've decided that that episode is obviously coming out to you guys right now. It has just been busy guys, but I was not gonna leave you guys hanging. I did get a lot of you guys that wanted me to actually give commentary on this interview and things that were said. First of all, I like to give Madam Speaker her flowers. I feel like she conducted the interview very well, especially even after watching the footage where Lebogang was just breaking down. I'm literally watching the behind the scenes. I'm shocked that she wasn't breaking down in the main video. She says that it took about 7 hours to actually just have that episode recorded, so I just cannot imagine the emotional turmoil and everything that actually went there. So girl, your flowers mama, your flowers. Now let's get to what was said. Right, there's a lot that was said. I will say what I can remember right now, but if I want to just summarize, I will go ahead and say that this is a story of Lebogang who met a boy that was poor. This boy's mother was staying in a shack. It does seem like Lebogang at that time, she did have properties, and she also had a home where they had a proper house. Now her meeting this boy and being in love, she moved him in, I think, and also moved his mother in when she found out that his mother was staying in a shack. So she did move her and got her into one of her properties, like where one of the rooms, I guess, that are being rented, just so that she can have like a better shelter. And she says that she and this guy, who is Mr. Drip now, rather known as Mr. Drip at this point, they started different businesses. She also was working, but this nigga wasn't. Okay, she was the one funding everything, and she also funded the start of this business, which is Drip. Now there are a lot of I would say questions that I had that were not asked, understandably so. Now I'm looking at her reaction before, but I do not know what now happened to her properties. I also do not know was the company just under him, how that came to be and all that. But they did get married, and so they have one child who is a son, and it does seem like they started, she spoke about, they did a business of eggs, and then They now did the foot, which is drip, the footwear, which is drip, and fortunately that was a success, right? The business started booming. When I tell you this nigga started changing, now all this is alleged, of course, but this nigga started changing, and I really do believe, she says he started changing, started coming home late, he wouldn't come home sometimes or stuff like that, like, he had to get a place elsewhere as well, for what reason? But he just started being a very different person. He started doing rituals that she's like, we never used to do rituals. I don't understand where this whole ritual thing came. At the middle of the night, there would be chicken that are being slaughtered, whatever it is that is actually happening. And she was like, I did not know what was going on. Now, she says that her job did come to an end, or she lost her job. I do not know, somewhere there. And then I guess now she became a stay-at-home wife, But fast forward, these two are no longer staying together. She says that he would just come, and when he comes, he just wants, and then he will be gone. So he just comes to please himself, and then he leaves. So she basically changed the locks, honey, okay? And she says that he was upset, he was like, you're my wife, you're not gonna deny me this, blah, 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 blah. But they did end up getting to a point where they have been separated, I think she said, since 2022. And now they're supposed to get a divorce. The divorce has been very difficult. The guy keeps on, delaying and delaying and delaying. He has been very abusive towards her. He has been using social media against her because she's not a social media person. She claims that her son is not even in school. Yet Mr. Drip is out here throwing parties and living large, traveling and everything. And of course, tarnishing her name. There were times where tabloids were buzzing of that he had to run away because his wife got a hitman. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I reported on that story. It was something that was quite shocking. And us not knowing who Lebohang even was, it was like, wow, she must just be some kind of mafia wife. And then she has been labeled as somebody that has just been very selfish, and this person wants all this money and all this success, and it's like this man started this business without her, so now she just wants this and that. And when I tell you guys that this one single interview of hers has convinced me never ever 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 to buy a single drip in my life. Not that I have bought, but I ain't buying it, okay? My baby sister has one, and I might steal it and throw it in the bin tomorrow, because what the actual freaking hell is this, So he has been abusing her, from what she's actually saying, right? It's a very sad situation looking at this story. And I think that I've said this to a lot of women, that guys, be very careful in building your husband's dreams, that you do not forget your own. I'll repeat this. I'm not saying that you lot that have got husbands out there should not support your husbands. I'm not saying that you guys should not support their vision, their dream. But remember, do not forget to also push your own dreams at the same time. At this point, Lebohang has been evicted. She was staying, I think, in Waterfall, if I'm not mistaken. She has been evicted. She says that they would go for months without electricity, or even over a month without electricity. Meanwhile, Mr. Drip is out here throwing lavish parties. I mean, she's talking about how he would be in the papers saying that he has done this, he has done that, yet his family is calling her for money, and she would be the one to give them money. But throughout all this, where are they, guys? So, for me, the interview is very heartbreaking. The interview is honestly very much heartbreaking. But this also just shows that, guys, please do not forget to build your own dreams. Do not forget to have your own, even in marriage, especially these days. Guys, there is no nigga that will make me stop working. I know she wasn't made to stop, However, she seems like someone that is very smart. She seems like someone that was doing well even before she met this guy. You understand? She met him. Obviously, they started the drip business. I do not know whose idea it was, but if obviously the business seems to be his, maybe it was his idea and maybe she did fund it, I think through it all, she could have also funded another business, or when they were still together, when the money was coming in, she could have also funded something that is her own dream. Something that can be her own. Not that I'm saying that she does not deserve, like, her fair share of this business. I honestly do. But if things are so bad that you would go a month without electricity because they've switched off electricity, you have to get evicted and everything, I think that that should show you just how bad things have actually gotten. And remember, they do say that a man that feeds you has the power to starve you. So those two things, guys, you should never ever honestly forget. And I think the other part again that a lot of people do not get, this is the part that people don't get. It's only women that have gone through a divorce, I personally feel, that would get this 100%, or women that have been there in someone's marriage, seeing everything happen, and then see that person get divorced and just see how different the man becomes. These niggas will hate and destroy you because you left the disrespect, because you did not stay for the nonsense, because you refused to be abused. They will do everything that they can to try destroy you. When I tell you that, they will even lie. They will do everything. When I look at Lebogang, I'm like, okay, if she doesn't even have money to pay rent, where would she get money to pay Nkabi, guys? That's number one. Number two, after they claimed that he had ran away, guy was living his life as normal. He was even going to white parties from what we hear. And then she says that he posted that even if I say I'm in Dubai and you see me, it means you and I are both in Dubai, okay? Mind your damn business, So if his aim, which I believe it was to tarnish her name, he almost did. He almost succeeded, because we were all just like, wow. I don't think maybe he anticipated that she would actually get a platform where she would share her side of the story. And that's one thing that I love so much about podcasts, independent broadcasters. This is not nonsense about television, Like, television is too throttled for my liking. They will bring those that they want to bring. They will edit your episode to however way you want to suit your narrative. But when it comes to podcasts, you can come here and say everything that you have to say and nothing will be cut out if we don't want to cut anything out, So I'm really happy that she did get that opportunity with Madam Speaker. With the concerns, yes. I also there's a lot of the story that I felt I missed. She was explaining, but I just feel like there are certain dots. Like, now I'm asking myself, what happened to that property that had, tenants? Is it just not doing well? Is it just not big enough maybe to cover the rent? I think the other question again would be, if they've been doing well and the business is doing well, what was the reason for them to not buy a house but rent, things like that. But again, as I'm saying, I fully understand that when interviewing, you have to look at someone's mental state, and then that is that. And I remember, I think I spoke about this when someone was saying, why are you laughing when people are talking? I'm like, listen, I am emotionally intelligent. I'm able to detect where this person is emotionally, so I can't, you can't come here and you're talking about something very sad and I'm gonna just be laughing. So I would like to say again, I recommend Madam Speaker. I'm sure that was not an easy interview to conduct, but if there's anything that I will leave you guys with, is the fact that, please guys, be your own woman even in marriage. Money will save you a lot of pain and trouble. When you have money, you don't have to fight for a lot. I'm telling you guys, you don't have to. And I just can't imagine, like, listen, I know there are people that are like, girl, I'm still shocked. Years later, I'm still traumatized by what I went through during my divorce. I wanted nothing from the nigga except for his signature. If anything, I gave him stuff. But that man was fighting high and low, blocks and everything. They do everything that they can to try and destroy you. So I cannot imagine if I had to go through all that and I still also needed support from him and I also had a child. it would just be crazy. Because one thing about this man, when they do not get their way, when they see that you are refusing to stay for their BS, they will even punish your child, for your sake. I don't know how men are built. Like, this is your own blood. You are Mr. White Party, you are Mr. Drip, you are Mr. Millionaire, you're Mr. This and this. Your own child can't even go to school. Poor people are taking their kids to school. Your own child is not going to school. It really honestly is something that is very sad. And please stop being Bob the Builder. Can you please just let poor men be poor men? Let a poor man pull himself from that poverty. Let him pull. Guys, I am yet to see a man that was made poor by a woman and he built with her, and this woman did not go through the most. I have never. The stories that they can tell you. The thing is, a lot of women, because they built with this man, when he gets to a certain level of success, they feel like, I cannot leave. He's here now, so another woman is gonna just come. No, I cannot leave. They endure a lot of abuse, and this man still end up leaving. They do. Like, even if he doesn't leave, he can go for a whole month and then come back. You don't ask him where he's from. You don't ask anything. Like, that's not marriage. You're already single. You're just refusing to accept reality. You understand what I'm saying? I've never seen any woman that built a man and she was with him. Remember, guys, every single builder does not stay in the house that they built. Majority of the time. Not majority, all the time. Except for he's building his own house. But being Jane the builder, it will never give you back anything. Let poor men be poor. Let a man struggle himself. Let a man pull himself from that ground. Because one thing I've also heard is that when a man starts having money, he does not want anything that reminds him of poverty. And unfortunately, because you met him at his poverty stage, you remind him of the poverty. When he looks at you, he thinks of, Kana, I once stayed in a house. Kana, she was the one feeding me. Kana, she was the one this. Kana, was the one that. His pride even gets bruised, because he knows no matter how high I go, this business was started by a woman's money. But when he leaves you and he comes to an Owamie that looks at him as, oh, he's such a successful man, he must be so smart, he doesn't have any poverty trauma with me. I'd rather be the woman that he meets after the poverty shbobo, because I just ain't going through all that. I'd rather be single than be Bob the Builder ever again. I'm not building a nigga. I'm so sorry. Ever. Nope. Let poor men be poor. Let them suffer their way out of poverty. Don't want to be Jane the Builder, I'm telling you, because you will suffer, guys. You will suffer. The amount of trauma that you're gonna go through. And I think what is so painful, I don't know if I've said this here, it's so painful that you build someone, they go on to be successful, and you're stuck back. You don't even have money for rent. You don't even have money for electricity. If it's so bad you don't have money for electricity, I wonder if you even have money for food, or enough money for food. How do you cook? Think about it. It will be cold. What about 4 houses are not small? So imagine the cold, the everything. It would just break my heart even more. I feel if my ex was to get successful now, I wouldn't care because I've healed. But if it was that time during the divorce and I was still so hurt and this nigga just shoot up, I think it would have hurt me. So I'm happy the nigga struggled. No, I won't even lie, Shem. I am, but he can go and be rich now. I don't care. But then at that time, no. So I just feel like what she's going through is very painful. Imagine building someone, and now that they're at a point of having, and he's even dragging the divorce, because I feel like this man is trying to run this business down. He wants to make sure that by the time they settle this divorce, she won't get anything, because there've been news of allegations that the company is owing over 20 million. Hey, they have to do this, they have to liquidate this, they have to do that. So honestly, this is my opinion. I think that he's gonna try and just break it down and then rebuild something by himself after, because now he knows everything. He can still be using the same supplier and just remove drip and just slap another company name, and he can go on about his life, and that will be his business. But she will not have gotten anything. Poor men are evil, guys. I don't know how many times I should tell you. The only time that his evilness goes away is when money starts entering his pockets. But poverty makes this man very evil. Do not fall for that trap. No matter how nice he seems, no matter how slow the man... No, I'm telling you. I am telling you, please just be very, very careful. So I am really proud of Lebo, you know, of the fact that she did actually come out. And I think the reason why she came out is because there was an article that, you know, a statement that he released. And the statement was talking about how this is from my estranged wife, blah, blah, blah. Let me just go on to... you know, just read you guys the statement that he said, which I suspect might have been the one that sparked for her to go and do this interview. So there was news that came out that he has been evicted, blah blah blah, and he said, I have noted social media outlets running with the story that my soon-to-be ex-wife and my son were evicted out of property in Waterfall. The story is factually incorrect, and it is intended to divert the public's attention from Drip's 5 years celebration, right? First, I have not lived with my soon-to-be ex-wife since 2021. Okay, so I guess maybe it was 2021 that they, you know, split. And I have no access to my son. This nigga. I was renting the property for my soon-to-be ex-wife in order to provide a home for my son. Second, I was previously notified by the landlord informing me that the police sought access to the property in order to seek her assistance with their investigations into the murder of Drip's former MD, Miss Glenda Ndlazi. When the police arrived at the property, they found that she had sublet the property to people I do not know, and without my and or landlord's consent, a total breach of lease agreement. It is for the above reason that I decided to cancel the lease agreement. The divorce process is ongoing and dispute several attempts on my end to settle and expedite the divorce. They've not been fruitful. My legal representation, representatives have advised me against making further comments and or statements on my divorce and any matters including thereof. Thank you. And imagine, this woman is saying that it's because this man was not paying. Mr. Drip, Barry, you were not paying. And I believe, guys, I believe her. Like, I believe Lebo Shem. I won't even lie. I believe Lebo. I believe everything that she said. It was just so sad. Like, seeing her that broken. And this man literally belts this man. This woman belted. Reading that statement after watching the video is so angering. He's trying to play like he's this thoughtful person. Meanwhile, she's saying that we've been asking and asking, pay rent, they're evicting us, they switch off electricity, we'll pay for 1-2 months, and then that is it. But above and beyond, above and everything, dear women, no matter how comfortable things may seem, please refuse to be comfortable. These people can switch like that. I am telling you guys, if you don't take my advice, you will think of me and you will be like, yo, you will look for me and you want to talk to me. Oh, Owamie, you were right. I won't be there because I'll be busy gossiping about other stuff. So, no, when you're still happy and everything, we're not saying go get a job if you don't want a job. Start a business. Have something that brings in your own money. If not, I don't even know, Shem. Because even when we say, oh, let this man pay you a salary, you will still end up using the money back into the house. And if he lives with his salary, then what's next? Please stop being Bob or Brenda the Builder, okay? Don't be Brenda the Builder. Don't be Jane the Builder. Don't be Bob the Builder. Whatever name you are, do not be the builder. Do not build any man. These niggas deserve to suffer. If they are suffering, let them pull themselves out of that poverty. That's when he will feel he's a man. And you know, they say money exposes a man's true character. Some of these people are just evil niggas. They're just poor. Some of them will play the cool card because they want to get out of poverty. Kaloko. So, especially if you're a woman that have your own, be careful of these broke niggas. They are hungry. They want you high and low. Be careful. I'm gonna say this for the last time, be very careful. And if you're married to a man, you don't have a job, tomorrow start going online and seeing which business can I start. Start something. When he still loves you, when you still have access to the money, start something of your own. And if he's so against you starting a business, trust and believe he has no good plans for you. I'm telling you. A man that wants you to only feed from his hand, he knows he will have the power to starve or give. So this will be his control over you for the rest of your life. I'm telling you, because yo guys, we have seen a lot of evil in this world. But anyway, I do wish Lebu all the best and all the healing. And you know, I mean, girl, you have started businesses, you have helped start Drip. I do hope that you can start another business, and I have a feeling that it will be very successful as well. Does seem like you do have a blessed hand, so use it, you know, do use it. This is so sad because this is also a story of many women. Many women out there that meet poor men and then they build them, they do everything, they sacrifice themselves for these men to get what they need, and the moment they get that, they leave here and they go be with another woman, and guys, they continue life. Like, you will pray for kama one time at the time you want. Depression is like. So please save yourself a lot of heartache. You see a poor man, let him suffer. If he comes and he says he loves you, tell him go make money, then come back. Don't even feel sorry for them. These niggas will never feel sorry for you. And a man can come and pretend, knowing damn well that the moment I'm done here, I'm leaving. The moment my things are sharp, I'm leaving. Stay away. Stay away. You also deserve someone that will come and fill your cup. You don't have to be pouring from your cup as a woman. God gave men strength to go work for us. There's no reason that you, with your weak strength, you should be mbokoto waiting for a man. I know that these are stuff that have happened, you know, back then. We did not know better, so some of us went through it. But at least you guys now have the internet. People are speaking. People are not selfish with information. They're telling you the things that are happening. And these are real life stories, unedited at that. So I think that, you know, if you've got them ears, Jui is going to hear Bubu. Shibubu, you are going to listen, you know. But yeah, it was a very heartbreaking interview to watch. Honestly. And I think as I live, I would say that Lebu is also lucky of the fact that, you know, I don't know if I should call it lucky or not, but she's lucky of the fact that her abuser is South African. Watching the comments there, I did get emotional. I ended up actually leaving the comment section because I saw so much love. I saw so much support from almost everybody that was there. You know, I believe you. I'm sorry, mommy. You know, that man is this, that man is that. Where else, whenever it's stories of women that maybe have dated foreigners, no matter how painful that story is, it's always very different. You're a liar, you deserve this and this. They never get the support, which is why I feel like I've got such a soft spot for men that have been abused by men that are not from this country, because a lot of you guys are not as kind to them, you know. So yeah, I'm happy that she's getting all the love and all the support. There definitely was no need for anyone to can ever say anything horrible and make a horrible situation even worse. But if there's anything I can say is that I'm telling you, I'm giving you 5 years. Let's see where Mr. Drip is going to be. Come out and play. It doesn't. Because some of you men, you actually don't understand that the luck you have comes from the women you have married. The moment you move away, just give it 3 years, 2 years. Unless it even comes very quick, eh? But that luck might actually run out because God is not a child and he's also watching. So let's see where Mr. Drip will be in 5 years. I will still be here. I'll still be a blogger shbubu, okay? We might be at a bigger place, we might be at a better position, we might be wherever, but I will report on it and I will ask you guys, Uti, what did I say? One thing about me and my vendor, shbubu, you know. But anyway, do go and comment below what you guys think of this whole situation. From Owamie, I love you guys. Stay blessed. Don't be Jennifer the Builder. I beg. Anyway, I love you, ninjas. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye.